Hey everyone, rudyxx here to talk about another RPGalooza game, Quest 64. And for those of you that don't know, RPGalooza is a project I started involving playing through a huge list of RPG titles, ranging from Western style to Japanese. And while I'm not a huge RPG connoisseur, I do like to dabble in them every now and then, so hopefully I can provide for you all a more modern day gamer's look at my experiences with them. And with that out of the way, on to Quest 64. Alright, so imagine you're me, an avid Quest 64 speedrun watcher. You've spent years watching speedruns of Quest 64 as per done by the famous Kurt Q. You go into this game thinking you have absolutely any idea whatsoever as to what you're even doing. Okay, so now imagine you're Brian, main character of Quest 64. You need to save your father, but you're being controlled by me, the avid Quest 64 speedrun watcher. You take off out of the chapel area and die trying to run on the very first encounter you come across. Your journey ends there. Okay, but seriously, when I started this game for RPGalooza, I thought it was going to be an easy, fun adventure, but instead it turns out you have to actually be skilled in playing the game for that to work. So for the most part, my playthrough of this game was awful because I kept trying to convince myself I could just beat the boss, but instead I just died over and over for an hour. Then I'd actually go back and level up for a bit, then I'd go back to fight the boss, then die again for like an hour, and that's basically my playthrough in a nutshell. I'm not really sure where to go with this review because I really thought that going into this game, I loved Quest 64, but it turns out I only loved Quest 64 because I only knew it from an outside perspective. So if anything, this was one of those life lessons where the moral of the story is that you really don't know someone very well until you've been killed by them a few dozen times and then spent like 6 hours in a forest trying to find yourself because you don't realize the camera refocuses after battle to the direction you were previously facing. So instead you just keep going in big heckin' circles until you eventually run out of bread and water and end up back in town for some reason, only stronger and with slightly more agility than you previously had. So yeah, anyways, 1 out of 10, Quest 64 is a perfect game, no argument here. Thanks for watching, see you next time.